Well, hey guys and gals, what's up? It is Hex here, and today we're taking a look at our ultra-modern, super brutalist, crazy build that we did last time. This one here. If you didn't check that video out, I recommend you do so because it'll be a little bit lost, I think. Like, what is this thing? Hex, what did you build? Anyway, this is a model of a building by Morq Architects, M-O-R-Q. And I have made my best approximation thereof. And here it is. And here it is. So now I have to face the challenge of how do I landscape this? How do I landscape it? And the original building by the people at Morq, whoever they are, the original building is set around, it's kind of like a very, very sparsely vegetated, so very dry, kind of deserty almost looking area. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about putting sand all the way around this, full on, just some straight up sand, all the way around the build. I'm kind of thinking about putting in a little pool or something over here too, but we'll get to that. All right. So what I'm going to do is it's my Bling Edit. And if you guys aren't familiar with Bling Edit, it's an excellent little tool. I highly recommend it if you're building in creative mode and you like to do this kind of stuff, but you get tired of placing blocks all the time. I highly recommend checking out Bling Edit. It's a very good tool. It is working in 1.16.1, although Seth Bling is, I don't think that he's really supporting it anymore. So it's possible that it might stop working at some point. But I'm in 1.16.1 and it seems to be working just fine. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and fill this with sand. So we're going to just go with fill. That is not exactly what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to fill, set block, sand. Bam. There we go. And just like that, we have some sand around it. That actually is starting to look cool, which is really interesting to me. I didn't think that would look very good. All right, let's do the same thing here. Let's go across the front here. A little singing with Hex. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I got to do 5 past. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there. Okay, so then we're going to go to fill, set block, sand. There we go. Bam. Just like that. We have some sand. Yep. That's looking right. That looks good. Okay, cool. And then I think we're going to go here, like this. And then we're going to go 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. And we're going to fill this with sand. Fill. Set block. And sand. And there we go. I need to move my mic a little bit. I need to sit back. There we go. If you hear a little jingling noise or something, that's what that was. All right. And then right here, we go like this. I haven't really been playing too much Minecraft lately. I've been really playing a lot of the Elder Scrolls Online. And I don't know, just sometimes I get in these weird kicks where I just play a different game. And the reason I don't record that one is because it's on the PS4, and my PS4, or my version of the Elder Scrolls is on PS4, and my PS4 is out in my living room where my family hangs out. And so it's a little hard to record out there because you never know when somebody's just going to bust in and start talking, or when the dog's going to bark and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't really recorded it, and honestly, I feel like, the only thing I watch on that about the Elder Scrolls Online as far as YouTube is what's it called? Oh yeah, builds, how to build your character, what points to put in what categories and so on and so forth. Because if you don't know what it is, it's like an RPG kind of game. And so that's what that's kind of kind of what I watch online, and it's like my builds all kind of stink because I'm not that great at it, and I don't like have like all the levels and all the stuff, and like so I feel like making videos for that one at this time, for me at least, is just kind of like, I don't really think that my content would be that great, other than the fact that I do like to make fun of the game sometimes. Just in my own way. Like some of the characters are just like funny, and I'm like, what are you doing, you idiot character? Anyway, the next thing that I'm doing right here is I'm making like kind of like a carport kind of thing. Like, it's so weird, some of these brutalist buildings, like they don't have garages. They don't even really have roofs. Some of them don't have like ceilings and stuff. It's really strange. I saw one on this TV show. Like sometimes I like to watch architecture TV shows, and man, it looked like just living in like a concrete, like, I don't know, like a parking garage almost. It wasn't quite that bad because like it was like completely covered and everything, but it's just like, it looks like the person lives in a parking garage. Like, what on earth? Anyway, I'm definitely going to have to put a bend in our road over there to make it facilitate this house, but that's okay. That is okay. All right. Here we go. Like this. And I think what I want to do is come over here, and we're just going to delete all of this land right here. Like this. Like that. Just for now, because I need to push it back a little bit. Okay, let's get rid of all this. There we go. Okay. Now the question is, like, what on earth am I going to put around this thing to kind of, I don't know, make it a little bit better? Because in the image that I'm working from, they have no, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get rid of some of this vegetation around here. I think that's the way to go. There's like literally nothing around it. Like there's no landscaping. Like it's just the building. And like the landscaping is just all sort of rocks and nothing else. So I'm going to have to try to figure out some kind of way to landscape this. Let's see. How about delete? There we go. So, oh, crumb. Got all too carried away with my delete there. All right, we'll have to put this back. Let's see. That is just smooth sandstone. All right. Let's see. I think I still have my random block pool saved, so we can just go like this. And we'll fix this really quickly. Oh, then I deleted all the trapdoors. Oh, well, it won't be that bad. Okay, fill. Let's see. Actually, random. Fill from random block pool. Of course it's not doing that. Okay. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay. And then I think all I have to do is like clone this right here. So we'll just go ahead and bam! And like this. Clone. Drop it down a block. And confirm the clone. There we go. Okay. And then I think right here what I had is, yeah. We're going to have to put our stairs back right here. Kind of way overzealous with the deleting. Okay. Yeah. I love this build, you guys. It's so interesting to me. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to delete all this vegetation. And then I'm going to try to put in something around it. And I have an idea. I kind of have an idea, but I'm not sure how it's going to go. I'm going to go back to a very old thing that I did a long, long time ago. Let's see. Delete. There we go. Okay. A very old thing that I used to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some sandstone. Some sandstone slabs. We need some sandstone stairs, and we need some sandstone walls now, and some sandstone blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of create some rock features. You know, not like a featured rock band. Oh my gosh, I was listening to this one podcast and oh gosh, I really can't I can't do it justice. But basically, the guy made fun of Nickelback, and I'm a musician, I play guitar, and honestly I blame Nickelback for like completely ruining all rock music and making the genre completely die out entirely. Like, it was kind of on its way out, but I think that, you know, if the right band came along, that it could have been saved, honestly. Like, you know, rap, hip-hop, trap, electronic styles of all different kinds, EDM, whatever you want to call it, has very much like taken the place of rock music that rock music used to be, at least I think in the 90s and in you know, like especially the 70s and 80s. You know, the pop music and rap music is now kind of more the style that you know would be synonymous to like what was going on in the 70s and stuff. Anyway, long story short, you know, I started playing guitar around 1995, 96, right around the time that Nirvana came out, and like sort of the big hair bands with the guitar players that could really just shred up a guitar kind of went out of fashion. I'm not saying that people in the 90s, that there were no rock bands in the 90s that had good guitar players. I'm not saying that whatsoever, because that's false. But a lot of the rock bands from there, like there was like, you know, Nirvana, and Nirvana actually does have guitar solos. They're just not technically amazing ones, but they sound cool and they're good. But a lot of those kinds of bands that came out, like Pearl Jam and Stone Temple Pilots, those kinds of bands. Anyways, the kind of like guitar virtuoso, guitar solo in every kind of in every single song kind of thing sort of went out of fashion at that point. And so that kind of ruined my thing, because my thing was playing, you know, the flashy type of guitar solos and stuff. So anyway, I kind of blame, and then once, you know, like the sort of second generation of that came out, like the Creeds and the Limp Bizkit, that kind of stuff came out. You know, it was like, oh boy, this is really going downhill. They completely did away with guitar solos almost altogether. And then after that came Nickelback. And then their songwriting and stuff, to me, is just so horrendous and so bad. And their lyrics are just so not rock. Like, they're like almost sort of pseudo-inspirational or something. It's just really... I don't know what it is, but it's just terrible. And the guy's just like constantly screaming. Like, he only has one volume, like scream. That's it. And like even like screamo bands will like have some dynamic range in the guy's voice. Like, he will sort of, you know, do some whispering and stuff like that. But the guy from Creed, I don't know, like he's just got some serious like nodules on his throat and he doesn't even care or something. Just screams away. It's just so horrible. Yeah, okay, so these rocks are great. I don't know how I got onto that topic, but if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. If you like, I love Creed, like, you know, whatever. You want to unsubscribe me because I don't like Creed, or I don't like Creed, but I meant Nickelback. If you're like, I love those bands, those are awesome, and you unsub me, like, I understand. But yeah, I don't like them more on a personal level because you know, once those things sort of fell out of fashion, it became incredibly difficult to sort of do anything with guitar music unless you're playing cover songs. And I really don't like playing cover songs. Like, I've tried it multiple times. I even tried to like kind of audition for like a cover band, and I just, you know, I just wasn't into doing it. It's not my thing. I don't like playing other people's music. I just don't. I like learning some aspects of it to like learn how they're doing what they're doing, but I don't really like to play it like exclusively, if that makes sense. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of placing in some blocks to make these things look more rocky. And that's how we got into rock music. How funny. I think that's my first like authentic rant that I've gone on this channel. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, so just kind of making these things look rocky, you know, like there's some natural rocks coming out of here. They kind of surround this build, and I think that that's kind of the way to go as far as this build's landscaping. I think that it looks very somewhat natural as far as like, you know, it doesn't look like the building is made out of this stuff, but it looks like this stuff is here, and it's, you know, and some rocks all around it. And I think it looks great, and I like this kind of landscaping. So I'm going to continue doing this while I talk. So my basic way of doing this, if you're like, how is he putting all these blocks on there so fast? The less thinking, the better. And then also think about like how a rock is structured, right? Like if a rock is sitting on the ground, typically its highest point is somewhere in the middle, unless it's sort of leaning over, which you could do like some rocks that are more like that, or like this. But I kind of tend to start with like something that looks a little bit more, you know, flat, and kind of building things up as I go, like this. And I'm literally not thinking. Like, you just literally have to kind of just be okay with randomness. And like, if you put a block in the wrong place, like seriously leave it, because the more random looking, the better. And then just kind of start building it up. I usually start with full blocks, and then I kind of put some of the half slabs around it, and then stairs as well. I'm probably not doing enough stairs right now, to be honest, but and then that way they just look like, you know, stony, rocky sort of formations. And my neighbor actually had his yard done recently, and like basically all they did was put some big rocks in the front yard and then plant like some like cactus and stuff around those. It's not really cactus, they're called succulents, but like if you know what a succulent is, you're like, oh, a succulent. Very drought tolerant type of plants around it. And yeah, it kind of looks something like this. And I think this looks pretty good so far. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take some of this sand. What I want to do is kind of like extend it out a little bit into the rocks like this, so that there's not like this line where it goes like, you know, sand and then all of a sudden rocks, but so that this sand kind of comes out here a little bit into the rocky regions like this. And I'm going to leave some of the dirt in there, and I'm probably going to take out ye old shovel and make some of it path blocks almost, but I don't know for sure. And then I might also plant some different, I might put a few like bushy looking things in here, like some leaves maybe, some bushes. We'll see. We shall see. There we go. And then I might do like a fence behind this, like an actual like stone wall of some sort. And I'm probably going to go pretty simple on that stone wall, because I want this to be very much minimalist, stony, that kind of a look, right? Like maybe this person used to live in Arizona and they moved to the Bahamas, and they still wanted that feel of being in Arizona with the desert and the sagebrush and whatever all around them. But that's kind of the feel of this build, I guess, is more desert type ocean. The desert ocean, that kind of makes sense, yeah. You can actually have a desert next to the ocean. That's basically where I live, is in a desert next to an ocean. So you wouldn't really recognize it as a desert, but it qualifies because of the amount of rainfall it doesn't get where I live. So yeah, so even though, in fact, I actually did not know that it qualified as a desert until I moved here, because there's greenery around and trees and things, but come on, there we go. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. You're like, this is the most boring episode of Minecraft ever. Especially if you hate Nickelback. This is probably like your least favorite episode of Minecraft. But I don't know. I think it's worthwhile to see people do this. Like, I learned how to do this kind of thing from watching people like Good Times with Scar. And gosh, there's another one. I cannot remember who it is that's pretty good at doing this. But Good Times with Scar is kind of the best. And when you watch him build, he does sort of this sort of thing where he'll take like a type of block and just go a little bit nuts with it, actually, and just kind of place it in random places to get the randomy look to the build. And it's really fun to watch him because he's very good at it. I think I'm decent at it. Part of me, and I really like Scar a lot, just to let you know, but part of me kind of feels that sometimes his builds, when he's done, they look a little bit too busy for my taste, but that's just personal taste. So you have to decide what you like. Maybe this looks too busy to you and you want things a little bit simple. Maybe my stuff is too simple and you want to make it a little bit less simple, I guess. So that's the beauty of Minecraft, is you can make whatever you want. You can make the world the way that you want it to be. And the world outside is pretty crazy sometimes, so it is nice to escape and build a world of your own sort of making. And you can make it the way that you want it to be. And put on some headphones, listen to some tunes. I don't recommend Nickelback, but, you know, to each their own. Whatever. And just kind of have some fun. Have some fun. And you can get really crazy with this. Like, I'm trying to do this somewhat quickly, but you could get really detailed and like add in other blocks. Like I could take like some of these some of these and place them in to kind of create some extra texture. It's hard to see with the shaders on, but you can sort of see like a little bit of variation in texture as I'm going. Like you could do that sort of thing as well all around here. I'm not going to do that just because of the sake of time, but you could do that. Especially like if you don't have shaders, like doing that kind of thing, like kind of gives you a little bit more variation in tone color of the ground. But with the shaders on, it kind of does it on its own with the shadows and stuff. So, yeah. And I'm running the Project Luma shaders today. I like them very much. They work really well. They've kind of been my go-to shader, especially since the Chocopic ones that I like. I really like Chocopic, those shaders as well, version 7, version 8. They're not working well in the 1.16 update, at least not currently. So that's why I'm kind of using these. There we go. That's good. I'm wondering if I want to build another little rock structure over here. Kind of want to do a little bit more sand on this part too. I think I will do one more little rock structure. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'll just do it on camera. Who cares? Who cares? All right, so I just kind of place them around and I try to make something that doesn't look square, that doesn't look like a circle, and that doesn't look like any other sort of shape that is familiar. Because if you do a familiar shape, then it kind of doesn't look like a rock, because rocks often, very infrequently, look like, you know, letters of the alphabet or a perfect square. I'm not saying that there's no rock out there that looks like the letter of the alphabet. I'm sure that there are. I probably have even seen some. You might be looking at one right now, but when you're building them in Minecraft, it just kind of looks like you built a letter of the alphabet, or you built a circle, or you built a square or something. So you just have to be mindful of that. And pretty much, other than that, there is no rule. Just plunk a bunch of blocks down and see what you get. See, just like that. Perfect. Done. Love it. Like it. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. And so, yeah. I suppose you could play the video in slow-mo and put every single block exactly the way that I did, but I don't recommend that. I recommend finding your own way to do that. And it takes a little bit of practice, by the way. Like, there's kind of no avoiding the practice that I can see unless you completely copy somebody else, but then you're never going to be able to do it on your own. Like, the randomization just takes a little bit of practice. Just a little bit of practice. There we go. Okay. All right. Man, I really like that. I think this house looks amazing. Amazing. Okay. I think I need one more rock structure right here. One more rock structure. There we go. Like that. Yada yada da 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 da. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. In and around here. Maybe bring it this way. A little bit like that. There we go. Okay. I don't know. Just put them all around the place. I'm literally just wandering around clicking. Don't even care where they go. Don't even care. It's very freeing. But it actually takes practice to like not care where you're placing the blocks. Which is really strange. And then I kind of care like there, like I was trying to kind of make a diagonal and it kept failing, so but I finally got it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That's nice. Okay. There we go. Okay. Filling in more sand, more sand, more sand, more sand. Just a little bit more sand. Just kind of go like that. Just to kind of make it so that this driveway or whatever is a little bit more tapered. And that looks just about right. Looks pretty good. This looks a little weird to me, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in like that. There we go. And this looks a little weird too, so I'm going to go like this. There we go. I might fill a little bit more of this greenery in here. Yeah, the greenery kind of looks a little bit weird, so I'm going to go like this. In retrospect, I probably should have made the sand out about 7 blocks instead of 5. But I was, I had no idea I was going to put these rocks there until I was almost done with it. So, yeah, just like that. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's grab out some leaves. Let's see what we can do with some leaves. Okay. Leaves. Let's go oak leaves. Let's see, we have the birch, the jungle. I'm going to try the jungle. I'm going to try the jungle leaves. And I'm just going to do some... like that. What I want to do is I want to make a plant that goes like this, and it's kind of like bowl shaped. Like that. Yeah. Something like that. Where it's kind of like a bowl shaped looking plant. It's the only way I can describe it. Let's see if if some green, let's check out some wool. What kind of wool do we have? We have this green wool. We also have this lime wool. You know what? You guys might think I'm crazy, but we're going to do a little bit of red wool too. Because we're going to go kind of like, we're going to have a couple of these that are sort of red. Like that. There we go. Because there are these like succulent plants that sort of have a red hue to them. And so that's why we're going to go with like kind of like a reddish. Oh, that looks like freaking Christmas. Let's see if the lime would look better. Like this. Yeah, that's not so Christmassy. Okay. I had like Christmas plant there for a second. Sorry about that. All right. It's kind of like this. There we go. You guys are like, Hex is totally lost his friggin' mind. But I mean, if you look at these, like you can kind of see what I'm doing, right? Hopefully. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I definitely like the wool better than that stuff. So, like, I'm trying to make like an agave plant or like a cactus sort of thing. In fact, let's even just do a cactus. Maybe something like that. Actually worked. That's my first ever cactus build in Minecraft. You guys are impressed, aren't you? I'm impressed with myself, I gotta say. Oh man, what on earth? Actually, yeah, there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. I know we're kind of running out of time, but I'm having fun. There we go. And then maybe we'll do like a red. There we go. That's pretty cool. I was thinking about putting like a plant or two, like kind of more in the rocks. There we go. Now I'm like just building cacti instead of what I was originally doing. Maybe that looks like the best, huh? I don't know. There we go. Maybe this one has a couple of branches that kind of come out. Maybe this one's a little bit bigger. Maybe this one goes like that. There we go. Okay. All right. Maybe it goes like that too. And like this. There we are. That one's a little bit bigger. Okay. Maybe this one has some red in it. Like this. And like that. So like on these plants with the red, like I'm thinking that it's kind of like there's some red on the leaves, like a red highlight, like either on the edges of the leaf, it's kind of like a broader leaf, or more towards the edges of the leaf, if you will. There we go. That's very interesting. You guys are like, Hex, what are you doing? A valid question, to be sure. Very valid questions. Okay, and we'll do another cactus here. There we go. All right, that's pretty cool. Maybe another one of these larger guys like this. I got really quiet. You guys know I'm focused when I'm like really quiet. So if I'm not talking very much, I'm just trying to like really focus, and I apologize because I know it's kind of awkward to just like sit there and like, he's not talking. Does he know he's not talking? Yeah, I knew. So sorry about that. There we go. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Something different. Something different. I try to give you guys something different than the other YouTubers. I really do, because well, there's a couple reasons for that. One is because I feel like why else would you watch my channel if I'm doing the same thing? The other reason is because I don't know. I feel like that way you're getting something out of it. You know, you're not getting something that you could get somewhere else, if that makes sense. You know, I'm not just sort of copying some other YouTubers, and it's like, look at this guy, he just copies other people. Okay. All right. Maybe this one needs a little bit more greenery on it. There we go. It's kind of a weird looking plant. These are all weird looking plants, man. Okay, that's good. I think that's nice. I'm going to tear this one out and just stay consistent with our sort of theme here. I like building plants out of wool sometimes instead of the leaves. what happened there. I don't even know, you guys. That's good. Okay. I love this. I really love this. Let's get ourselves a screenshot or two. Maybe we'll do like a screenshot from here. I don't know. Maybe right here. I really want to get the, yeah, I don't know. There's a pig in the screenshot. What is the pig doing in the screenshot? This is pretty cool right here. It's from the front. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm really happy about this. The only thing that I'd like to do still is I'd like to surround it with a wall. I would very much like to surround it with a wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the, let's see. Oh, I hit F1. I'm like, where did my bling edit go? Hex, you sort of deleted it. I just want to do like a very simple wall. And I think I want the wall to be like a block? Do I want it to be 3 wide? 2 wide? Do I want it to be a... No, I don't want that. I want it to be 2 wide. I'm going 2 wide. Okay, fill, set block. Oops, you know what? I think... Here. Ah. I gotta start over. I'm sorry. I gotta start over. I made a mistake. Not like a screw-up sort of mistake, like a push the wrong thing mistake. Okay, what I need to do, instead of what I did, should I build it 3 tall or 4 tall? Let's go 3. Is I did, there we go. Anyway, I just hit the wrong thing there. Okay, that's great. That is really, really good. That is what I wanted. Okay, but what I actually want is I also want some slabs or trapdoors on the top, and I want them to be oak. Like this. I'm trying to decide if I want oak or if I want the slabs. Or if I think I want the slabs. Yeah, I want the slabs. Okay, so we're just going to take this and clone it and move it all the way down. Like this. Clone. You guys are in for a treat if you don't know Bling Edit, because this is pretty fun. You can do clone and repeat, and it will just build a bunch of them. And it's freaking awesome. All right, I did too many. But you get the idea. There we go. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I got all crazy on you there. Sorry about that. The appropriate people who are responsible for this horrible action have been fired. Okay, I think it's like right here that the other one, just eyeballing it right there. Okay. And then we got to go up 1, 2, 3, and I want it 2 wide. Nope, not 4 wide, 2 wide. There we go. Okay. Random, let's see, fill selected region from random block pool. There we go. Like that. And then we're going to take this like this. We're going to do a few of these. Clone it and repeat it. Clone. Let's see if 10 will do it. Yeah, that did it. That's good. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's going to add a lot, I think. That adds quite a bit. Of course, you guys are going to... You know what I want to do next, right? You know. You know what I'm going to do next. You guys already know. You don't even have to guess what Hex is going to do next. You don't even have to guess. You already know what I'm going to do. I'll take this across here. Just like this. And if it cuts into some of our stuff, then so be it. Fill select region around our block pool. There we go. And it did cut into our stuff, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up to the road like this. So I think probably the most efficient way to do it is to go like this. And we're just going to come to there. Like that. And we're just going to, oopsie. There we go. And we're just going to delete that. Beautiful. Yes, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. You guys know that that's what Hex wanted. Okay, then we're going to take this. We're going to clone it. We're going to move it right there. And we're going to do clone and repeat. And repeat a little bit more. Oops. Wrong button. There we go. That's nice. And I think I have to do this last little row. There we go. I like that. It's so simple, but so effective, you guys. So simple, so effective. I love stuff like that. I love it when something is like really simple, but it just works. I'm just really happy about this. I'm really happy about this build right now. Okay, so the one thing that I'm thinking now that I've done that is I've got sort of these green patches in here, and I think it's a little bit too much on the green patches. So what I'd like to do is go back through and add a little bit more rock in there, a little bit more sand. But I think that what I'm going to do is, because you guys have seen the basic process of that, is I'm going to do that off camera, show you the end, and then we'll be done with this episode. Because we've done a really nice job, I think, of adding some exterior details to this, and I'm really, really quite happy about it. However, I do want to build this out a little bit, so I think I'm going to come in let's see, 1, 2, 3 blocks like that. I should probably see where it falls on this building right here. See, it falls right there, so let's see if this comes right here. No, it's 1 block back. I really liked where this one was, so I'm going to come and break these two like this. And then I'm also going to fill this in like this. Okay. So I'm going to do that off camera and, like I said, fill in some more rock and stuff, and then I'll show you guys the final product that we've got for today. Okay, guys and gals, check it out. I just added another pile of rocks there, and I added some more sand towards the back. I added that plant, and I think that's it. I did the same thing over here. I think I added like 1 more cactus over here. But yeah, that's it. The exterior's all done. Very happy about it. Went in 2 episodes. Next, we just have to do the interior. And that'll be pretty easy because I'm going to go very, very minimalist. So there's going to not be a whole lot of, not a ton of crazy details on the inside, but that'll be for another episode. Anyway, here we go. Well, guys and gals, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget Well, guys and gals, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of How to Build in Minecraft. I hope that this inspired you. I know I felt inspired by it because I kind of did it randomly. But I hope that it kind of inspired you to do a little bit different style of landscaping and that kind of thing. But anyways, don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, I hope you're having an amazing, awesome, beautiful, fantastic day. And God bless.